What's good, y'all? It's Solution back at it with another mental gym video in which I give you guys frameworks you can use to become extremely successful and accomplish all the goals that you want to. So let's get right into it. So today I want to talk about a very fascinating framework, and that is anger. And why I believe that anger is extremely useful in helping you accomplish all the goals that you are after. So the framework that I came up with for anger and definition that I came up with for anger is a natural fuel that helps you achieve your goals. So many of you guys have known or know what it feels like to be angry or what it feels like to be mad. It's like frustrating. You're just at this one thing, you feel deprived, you feel like something has happened that's against you, you're frustrated, you're annoyed. It just feels bad. And the thing about that anger, it makes you want to do something. It makes you want to punch something, yell, scream. Like there's some action that wants to come out of you to express this anger. And that is why I believe anger is extremely useful for you, because anger is one of the only emotions that causes you to want to do something. Like all the other emotions are just they're feel good, or even they're either feel bad or feel good. It's like I feel good and I just feel good. That's it. Or I feel bad and I just feel bad and that's it. Like none of these make you want to do something. But when we think about anger, people do wild shit out of anger. They do wild shit. It's like he did that because he was mad. He did that because he was mad. No one says, oh, he did that because he was sad. He did that because he was depressed. He did that because he was happy. Like people take the extreme actions or do extreme things when they're angry. And that is useful. But it is only useful when we can control it. Because just being angry and expressing it doesn't serve us. Obviously, if you get angry and you murder someone, well, I don't really think that's going to help you achieve your goals, right? So that's where I came up with the mental exercise that is going to help you to use your anger in a way that can serve you and help you achieve your goals. So once again, real quick, the definition for anger is a natural fuel that helps you achieve your goals. A natural fuel, because obviously becoming angry is something natural to us humans. So it's a natural fuel we can use because, like I said, the emotion makes us want to express. It makes us want to do. And in order to succeed, we have to do. There's no way to succeed unless you do. And that's what makes anger so helpful. So in regards to the mental exercise, the first step to this is awareness, right? Awareness. So, and plus, and then I'll talk about the next two in a second. So first I just want to talk about awareness. So the thing with anger, as I just said, we don't want our anger just doing whatever it wants to do. Meaning we don't want to just express our anger in any way. Because the thing is, for most of us, because we're not in control of our anger, we just express it in ways that don't serve us. We complain, we get mad, we punch a wall, we yell at someone, we say something that we really shouldn't say, and then we end up regretting it later. We do things that are not true to helping us. And that's a problem. So the only way you can control something is by being aware of it. You have to be aware of your anger. And I don't just mean like, I'm angry. No, you need to know what it feels like. What happens when you're angry? What have you done when you were angry? Like, for me, when I've thought about my anger and have learned to master my own anger, I started with awareness. I was like, what do I do? What does it feel like? I feel a tightness in my chest. Like I start like kind of shaking a little bit. Like I feel jittery. My eyes feel like wider. I feel antsy. I feel like I'm very reactive. Like I'm really ready to just like do something. I also like start to get sweaty too. And my mouth gets kind of like dry. And my pinky finger tends to be like the most twitchy finger. Like I was going into deep detail because the more aware you can be of the feeling, the easier it will be to control it. Because the thing is, when you get angry, what it feels like is unconscious for you right now. Because you only know what it feels like when it's happening. Like it's just happening. But then after you're angry, you don't think about it anymore. But what you need to start doing now is thinking about it. Because in order to become stronger, and with like any of the frameworks I teach you guys about any of these things, you need to bring these unconscious thoughts to your conscious so you can actually act upon them properly. Right? So the only way you're going to be able to do that is through awareness. So you need to be aware of what it feels like when you are angry. Not only how you feel, but what do you do when you're angry? Are you a yeller? Right? Are you somebody who, or are you a puncher? Are you someone who needs to hurt something or be violent physically? Or are you someone who's just a yeller, someone who likes to yell? Or are you somebody who likes to attack somebody's character? You're like somebody who likes to say really diabolical, like come up with and think of the most diabolical thing you can say about someone? Like, what are you like when you're angry? What do you do? And how do you feel? How do you feel physically, and then what do you do? What are the actions you take? And the more details you can come up with about these things, whenever you get angry now, you're prepared. You know what's going to happen, right? And in anything, right, when it comes to improving, for example, when we go through struggle, eventually the struggle doesn't become that bad because we're used to it. So if you're aware of what you're like when you're angry, you'll become used to your anger, meaning you'll have less control over you. Because the thing is, it's hard to control your anger when you forget about it after you get angry. Because when you get angry, you start doing wherever because it's a random thing. You don't know what you're expecting. You're not used to just being angry because you don't think about it. But the more it's conscious to you of what the anger is like, the less control and effect it has over you. So now you can start to be able to hold it. And being able to hold this anger, you can now allocate it in ways that serve you. And that gets into the most important part and the next part of this mental exercise you're going to use to master your anger. And that is redirection. So redirection. You see, now that you are aware, once you master this part, because this part will take you time, like anything else and training any other skill, things take time, and anything worthwhile will take time. So once you master awareness part, you know what it feels like to be angry, and you know what you do when you are angry, and because of that, you get used to it, and you're able to start to hold the anger. Like you can feel the feeling, and you can hold it in you. You can hold it in you. And you don't express it, you can hold on to it because you're like, okay, I'm used to this. I'm used to knowing what it feels like when I'm angry. Then you can move into the next step, which is redirection, right? Redirection. When you feel anger and you're in control of it now because you're aware of it, you can then hold on to it and then you have this ball. But you're not here just to be aware of your anger, guys. You're not here just to be able to have this anger and hold it. No, we must use this fuel. We must use this fuel to serve us. So now you must redirect the anger. Because, and what I mean by redirection is essentially there will be random things that can make you mad. There will be random things that will make you mad, whatever the things are. And even also when it comes to awareness, you'll start to notice the pattern of things that make you mad, right? You'll start to notice the patterns. But naturally, human beings will feel angry. Like we'll feel anger, surges of anger. It doesn't matter. Regardless if we know what makes us angry or not. Like things will pop up that make us angry. And you can now take this anger that comes from this random situation. Someone cuts you off in traffic. Somebody says some really fucked up shit to you. Somebody punches you. Like just whatever wild shit that makes you mad. You're aware of your anger, so you hold it. And then you redirect it. But where? You redirect it in a way that serves your goals. And what I mean by this is you redirect it to your lack of success or your lack of achievement. Your lack of achievement. Basically, you blame this frustration that you have felt from whatever situation. It does not matter. You blame that frustration on your lack of success. For example, you'd be like, if someone cuts you off in traffic, you're like, and you get mad at that, you're like, it's because I'm not as successful as I want to be. Or so it makes even more sense to you, right? Because I know saying that you're like, well, solution, that doesn't really make sense. Like, how does it work? Like, you can make it work for you. You can be like, well, it might not be necessarily, it's because I'm unsuccessful. Like, this person cut me off in traffic, I'm mad, it's because I'm unsuccessful. Like, you don't have to make the jump in logic like that. You can make it make sense. You could say something like, if I was more successful, if I have achieved more of my goals, that wouldn't matter as much to me. So this frustration that initially came from somebody cutting you off, you have now shifted the blame onto you. and your lack of success, and your lack of achievement, your lack of goals, your lack of success. So when you're thinking about this, think lack of success. Because essentially what the goal here is, guys, is you want to take the anger you're holding and push it into a perspective of your goals and success. You need to put it in that frame because this is what we actually care about. That is why you're here. This is why you watch my videos, to achieve your goals. So when you have this anger, once you've mastered your awareness of it and control that you're holding, you need to take it as soon as possible to success. I need to achieve my goals. My lack of success, my lack of achievement. This is very, very crucial because it's the only way we can make sure that anger is going to now be able to serve you. If you do not redirect it at your lack of success, it is not going to help you with your goals. If you redirect it anywhere else, it's not going to serve you. That's what I'm saying. For you, you have to make the logic work for you. You have to make any potential thing in your life that makes you frustrated, redirected towards your lack of success. Make it make sense. It does not matter. Somebody cuts you off in traffic. Some girl rejects you. You be like, you know what? It's because I haven't achieved my goals. It's because of my lack of success. You can make whatever reason. It could be like, bruh, if I was more successful, that wouldn't have mattered. If I had accomplished all my goals, that wouldn't have mattered. I wouldn't have cared about that. This anger is because I'm not successful, whatever way you need to do it. Because it's the only way the anger can serve you. I know it feels like I'm going in circles repeating this, but it's so important. You need to understand this part. You need to redirect it at your lack of success. This is the part I was grinding the hardest at to make sure it stuck into my mind when I was doing this to myself. I was like, bro, whenever you get mad, be like, it's because I'm not successful. A great example of this, well, not a great example, but an example that was personal to me. Like, I used to play this game called Rocket League with my homies. And they used to say, oh, you're shit at the game, you're bad at the game, you're shit at the game. And I used to get so mad. So the minute I'd hop off the game, I would go grind on my goals. At the time, I was really dedicated to soccer and being a professional soccer player. And because of that, every single time I played the video game with them and they said all that nut shit, the minute we get off, I'm like, I gotta go train. Because to me, if I just went and trained, I knew my anger can only serve me. So this anger I'm feeling playing this game Rocket League with my friends and they're saying this bullshit to me, I can take this anger I'm feeling, go train, go to the wall, kick the ball against the wall, work on my first touch, work on my dribbling. And I'll be passing the ball against the wall so hard because I was so mad. But see, now the anger is serving me because I aimed it, I redirected the anger that came from some other random shit towards, it's because you're not successful. Because I knew if I use that frame mentally of thinking of it, it can now serve me. Cool. So now, once you are aware, you're able to control your anger, you can now hold it, right? So let me even write real quick. What does your anger look like? Right? So that's awareness. What does your anger look like? You need to master that, and now you can hold it. And the minute you feel this anger, you're in control of it. You have the skill. You can hold it. You're like, it's because I'm not successful. You shift to that frame as fast as possible. You don't, whatever bad shit happened to you, you forget about it instantly. Be like, it's because I'm not going hard. It's because I'm not successful. Boom. Now that we are aware, we've redirected it, we can move to the last step of this frame, which is expression, right? Expression. So now that we have been aware, redirected towards our lack of success or a lack of achievement, we now move to expression. But how do we express ourselves? I've already alluded to this in my example that I talked about for myself on actions that lead to our goals. So once you get to your expression part, you have to express the anger on actions that lead to your goals. As I said, for my example, when I got mad and then instantly redirected the anger at my lack of success, I expressed it by going to go train. And what does training do? It helped me become a better soccer player. Because in order to become a better soccer player, you need to train. And the greatest thing about this is I'm not just training, I'm training hard. I'm putting in full effort because I'm expressing this natural fuel that came from this one-off random situation. I'm expressing this natural fuel that's in me, that's driving me. I gotta pass the ball against the wall really hard. I gotta shoot harder. I gotta dribble faster. I gotta think quicker. It's driving me and pushing me to do whatever I'm doing better more because I'm in the frame that I'm feeling this anger because I'm not successful. When this anger really came for some bullshit ass situation. And do you see how beautiful your anger can, in such a beautiful way, your anger can serve you, bruh. In such a beautiful way. You can be getting mad about other random bullshit that has nothing to do with your goals. And then take it and then make it to do with your goals. And then go harder. Go super hard. Because for many of you, you know what it feels like to play angry. Like you got a point to prove. Like you're really down here trying to take care of business. Like this shit gotta happen. I gotta make this shit work. And that's when you play like you're a different dude. You're a different animal. That's when you put in effort like you're a different dude. And the beautiful thing is, with this anger, when you put in that effort, you won't forget that effort. This is why you should also go check out my effort framework video. Because in that video, I talk about how no effort is wasted, my friend. If you go super hard, that effort is not wasted. You will remember that level of effort. When you train with that aggression and anger from whatever made you angry, you're not going to forget it. So even if you come to training when you're not angry or whatever, you're still going to be like, I still got to put that level of effort, bro. Because anything that was less than what that anger was like is not good enough. Another amazing example of this and why I'm trying to prove it to y'all that this is so helpful in success is think of Michael Jordan. I don't know if a lot of you guys have seen the Last Dance documentary, but it's essentially about the life of, or the career of Michael Jordan, the famous basketball player and arguably the best basketball player of all time. What he would do, bruh, is he would go in the newspaper, whatever media they had back then, I don't fucking remember. He would go read the media and he would look for people saying some bullshit about him. Cause he's like, he would look at the newspaper, start tweaking. He's just like, bruh, it's cause I'm not going super hard. It would be some random shit about him. It might not even be necessarily about basketball. They're like, Michael Jordan's tripping in his outside life. He's like, nah, fuck that. It's because I'm not hooping hard enough. It's because of my lack of success on the court. It's because I'm not achieving my goals on the court. Boom. It would lead to action that lead to his goals. He would immediately express that shit into his hooping. Going super hard. Dropping 60. Instantly going crazy. Telling his teammates, shut up, get in the corner, shoot that bitch. Like, because that's his focus. And he's expressing that natural fuel that all of us have. We all have that natural fuel, bruh. We have it. Because I know a lot of you guys are like maybe on the stoic shit, which is not bad. You can do whatever you want. Big disclaimer. You guys can do whatever you want. I just humbly believe this will fucking help you. But you guys are more on some stoic shit like, nah, fuck anger. Fuck being frustrated. But I'm like, bro, it's a free Super Saiyan. I know a lot of you guys have probably heard of fucking Goku, right? Goku turned Super Saiyan when he got mad. And then what did he do? Important thing is he became aware of what it felt like. He became aware of it, was able to control it, and then he redirected it to him getting stronger and training and becoming a better fighter. So if I'm like, bro, imagine you come to me, you're like, okay, this is my base form, and I'm like, okay, if you use anger, you can get this extra 10 times power. And you're like, nah, fuck that, I'd rather just be indifferent. I'm like, okay, if you want to do that, you could still achieve your goals that way, but I'm like, bro, this is just a free 10 times boost to all your effort and actions. And like I said, no effort is wasted when you use it, right? This is a 10 times boost to that shit. Why would you not want to fucking take it? It's, as long as you just are able to control this shit and make sure it's not going off all over the place, this can help you. Goku did the same shit. He made sure he started to control his ability to turn Super Saiyan, because when he turned Super Saiyan the first time, he was really mad. And he was like, oh shit, I can't like let the rage get to me. I gotta, you know, be able to harness the rage that makes me transform, but don't let it make me go out of control. And because of that, he got stronger. So why not want to make yourself stronger by using anger to serve you? Anger does not have to be your enemy. A weapon is only as good as its master. And you can use your anger well as a weapon as long as you master it. So yeah, man, that is pretty much my anger framework and why I believe this is so helpful for y'all guys. Because if you can learn to be aware of your anger, taking your unconscious view of anger to your conscious mind, so you're aware of it, and then you can move that to redirecting whatever anger you feel from whatever situation. Whatever situation. It does not matter situation. Whenever shit in your life right now that makes you angry, you can take it and then be like, it's because you're not successful. You can make it make sense. Because I know you're like, well, how can I make this? You can make it make sense. You make a lot of other dumb shit probably make sense. I do that shit too. So you can definitely make some shit that helps you achieve your goals make sense. So you can make it make sense, redirect it to that, put yourself in that frame of mind, and then express it. Express it on what? Actions that lead to your goals. Whatever actions help you achieve your goals, express the anger in that. That effort will not be wasted and you'll go harder. And because you're able to go harder and put in more effort, you'll be able to put in more inputs and you gain skills and abilities from putting in a lot of inputs. And those inputs will lead to outputs. What are outputs? Achieving your goals and your success, right? Cool. So that's why I believe this is probably the most overpowered framework I've talked about on my channel today. I think this is crazy because I've used this and it's beautiful. It works so well for me. So I really hope it will work for y'all too. So with that being said, please give me feedback on that. Did that make sense? Do you believe this can help you? Do you believe you can get a rage boost like your Goku, turn Super Saiyan 1 and start going super hard and achieving all your goals? Because I believe you can, to be honest, right? So please give me feedback. Or was this stupid? You're like, this is dumb. I'm on my stoic shit. I'm gonna be indifferent, which completely fine. Do you, bro? You're like, I'm on my stoic shit. This is stupid. Everybody ignore this, whichever. Drop it down below in the comments. I love all the feedback. You know what I'm saying? I take all prisoners. And also, make sure to like the video, boost us in the algorithm so more guys can get their rage amp, their rage boost. They can think about being aware of their anger so they're able to control it. They can redirect the anger at the perspective of their lack of success, their lack of achievement. That can lead to the expression of said anger on actions that serve you instead of random ass bullshit that doesn't. You doing dumb shit that doesn't. You can do it on actions that serve you so you can do more inputs to get even bigger and better outputs. So with all that beautiful shit being said, I guess I'll catch you guys in the next Mental Gym video. Peace.